Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Goblin King Gaming. I am Kingfisher Kenobi. Tonight, we're playing some solo Fall Guys. No one else is around, so it's just going to be me and you for the long haul. Also, a heads up, I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I have a pizza that I will occasionally be eating while I play. But other than that, everything's normal. So we can get into it. Why does this... I wonder, is it... For some reason, Streamlabs has been having problems recognizing the game lately, and I don't know if it's just for me, or if it is in fact for the stream and everything. I don't know. At any rate, like I said, we're playing Fall Guys. This shouldn't be a surprise. Let's see, this I think is about right. And I think we need a new outfit for this. This is fine. That's okay. We're getting better. That's fine. Professor on some sort of Arctic expedition, you say? Nah. 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 You know what? Let's do it. Some sort of horrifying tree aquarium monstrosity. That's what I'm feeling tonight. For some reason, it doesn't want to give me that last squad show win, but I did in fact win on squads. I'm going to queue up for main show and for Extreme Fall Guys, because I like a challenge. Extreme Fall Guys are the same normal rounds, except that if you fall off, you're eliminated, even on the rounds where that usually isn't the case. So, you know, like I said, a bit more of a challenge. I'll be honest, I'm impressed that my mic picked up any of the crunching of the pizza. So this is one of the Season 5 rounds that they added. I'm a pretty big fan. I like a lot of the Season 5 rounds. I think they're pretty university quality additions. Missed it. Actually, I have no idea if I'm in an extreme round or not. And I honestly have no real way of telling that until people start getting eliminated. So, we will see. This one isn't too bad for extreme round. Based on the fact that nobody's been eliminated whatsoever yet, I don't know. That to me sounds like it's not the extreme version, which is fine. I'll take a warm-up. Oh yeah, it's not the extreme round. I just saw somebody go off into the nothing. Again, forgive me. I didn't get to eat dinner yet. Now, I don't know my viewers' alignments on their favorite types of pizza, but particularly from, you know, like Papa John's, Domino's, Pizza Hut, I like the thin crust. Like, I know it's basically a pizza cracker. Optimal experience for Fall Guys, because, like, the pieces, you know, they cut them into, like, the little, like, squares and rectangles and stuff. I can down one of those pieces in between rounds. It's superior for this usage case to regular pizza. And also, again, I like it better than their normal pizza. I don't tend to think very highly of the, you know, those pizza restaurants, pizzerias. It feels like a bit of a stretch, I'll be honest. Well, this seems miserable. These green folks, man, they just don't know when to quit. It's like I personally harmed this one guy. How's everybody in Chatland doing tonight? I hope those of you in the Northeast are prepared for the shit ton of snow that is about to come our way. Holy crap. Alright, it's all under control. Oh boy. I wasn't paying attention on this, just walked off at the beginning. You may be saying, King, you could just go eat food and, you know, not worry about streaming at the same time and playing a game. My God, how could you do so many things at once? That's the level of dedication I have for you guys, and also myself. I wanted to play this game. It's been a kind of stressful day. Again, I hope everybody out there is safe, sound, and doing well. But today was just a very long, stressful day. And what better way to wind down than with a nice, calming game of Fall Guys, right? I'm gonna need someone in chat to tell me, did this just pull up a different game than I thought? Because I thought it was pulling up the Rhino one, I'll be honest with you. Just like... throw that off there so somebody else can have a go at it. I like this round. This is one I think was Season 4. But I think particularly as they've added more variants to it, like those lily pads in the center aren't usually there. It's usually like a bumper thing or something like that. I like it with the variations. I think it helps keep the game fresh and interesting, even for someone who has played so much of it. Like, you know, some of us with more time than sense. Sorry about that. Having all sorts of difficulties tonight. But, you know, got to go see a fairly neat house. So we're house hunting right now. You know, we're renting. Hoping to be able to buy a house in the next, you know, however many months. And, you know, it was a pretty neat place. It was like a split level. What they described as a Scandinavian style kitchen, which is just code for we don't want to put any, you know, shelves above our or any cabinets above, you know, like where the gap, like any upper cabinets, which I kind of think is a crock. I like having upper cabinets. I think that it makes it so that I can put more of my kitchen shit away. But, you know, some people are into it, including my wife. But, you know, it was a nice house. A little hard to get to in the dark, but, you know, I'm sure that's something you get used to. I'm sure that you, you know, remember how the roads are laid out eventually. Let's hope that was the right decision. Oh, I'm feeling good, folks. And there we have it. Like I said, a nice, calming game of... Hey, Zero! Well, thank you for waiting until I was done, because if that happened in the middle of that round, I just might about shit myself. Oh, good to see you, buddy. Is the snow supposed to hit you guys? Down there? But yes, boom. You're correct. That's a quality win, folks. Let's see if we can't get another. Already into it. I sent it. Oh, you sent it 30 seconds before I won? That's rough. Well, thank you for waiting so long. This ended. Okay, in about an hour. Okay. I think it's supposed to start maybe in like 2 or 3 hours for us. And we're, funnily enough, right in the band where it may or may not be blizzard conditions, and we may or may not have like 2 feet of snow. So, you know, went out and got some snow boots tonight. That was one of the errands that meant the slight delay in the start of Fall Fridays. But, you know, I made it eventually. Oh, hey, we're getting that weird graphical glitch where sometimes it just doesn't show patterns, or like the costumes. It only shows patterns. I have no idea why it's doing that. Yeah, I don't know. This happened a few times today. I played a little bit earlier, kind of partially just to see how today would be for Fall Guys, and partially just to kind of do some of the stuff for the, you know, timed event. And yeah, there were just some rounds where it was just patterns. Don't really have any understanding as to why. I was gonna say that it was related to being the hard mode, but I'm watching people go out and not die for their sins, so who knows? maybe Mr. Fall Guy is just having a hard day, which, you know, I can respect. Like I said, it's been a stressful day for me. I certainly wish Mr. Fall Guy the best. I hope he recovers from his stressful day as well. Got me some blackberry ginger ale, Canada Dry. You know, what the best large commercial ginger ale available. If you're into that Seagram's shit, that's fine, but, you know, we're all wrong sometimes, and it's important to understand that. I also don't know how many people have tried Seagram's whiskey. It, ooh boy. That's some rough. That's rough. Is the word to describe the flavor profile of that. Not a huge fan of it. It's somewhere in the realm of like turpentine, like paint thinner. That's what you know, spicy paint thinner. That's what you want out of your whiskey. But yes, Canada Dry. That is the Goblin King Gaming ginger ale of choice. Not a sponsorship deal, but you know, if the makers of Canada Dry are listening and looking for how a door into the Twitch platform, I would be more than happy to take up that mantle for them. Again, good products. I have some blackberry ginger ale right here. Also, pretty big fan of the, what's the pink one? Is it cranberry, I think? Cranberry ginger ale. Also pretty good. One spicy meatball. Yeah. Yeah, chat's coming in a little delayed tonight. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. I might have to check here if it problem persists. But yes, one spicy meatball. That Seagram's I think it's technically Canadian whiskey. I don't think I have a problem with Canadian whiskey as a whole. But yeah, that Seagram's. Oh god. You know what? We take those. We take those. We qualify first and we take those. Don't really know what was up with that physics, but yeah. It's fine. Oh. If you're just joining us, welcome once again to Fall Fridays. I'm Kingfisher Kenobi. Feel free to, I was going to say like and subscribe because I just watch way too much YouTube content over the year. But, you know, I mean, if you want, I don't think you can subscribe because I'm not an affiliate yet, but if you'd like to follow, feel free to drop one of those. That's probably your connection on break at work. That's good, because I'm on the same connection I'm usually on, and if I'm having a problem, then we all have a problem. And there are very limited avenues. As it is, I'm hoping that our power doesn't go out tomorrow. We don't have a gas stove here, so if we do lose power, I guess we're eating sandwiches and... I don't know. If people around us have like a Jenny, maybe we can go over and microwave some ramen. I could go for some ramen. I have, you know, that would fit with the soup chat for next week, which does bring me to a sad point. I am unfortunately going to have to cancel soup chat for next week. We have a social commitment that I will be doing instead of streaming. And it's not that I don't care about you, it's just that I have other things that I need to do sometimes. And you know, that's okay. But I'm sure, Zero, because you're listening, that he and the other guys will be more than happy to continue soup chat in my absence and talk about whatever soup they've had this week. Or made, or both. You know, I believe firmly in their abilities. I think they're good. And since at least some of them aren't here, you know, they're going to be held accountable for my belief in them. And if they don't, then we riot. I think that's probably the most reasonable, realistic expectation to set. Good precedent. And in 30 seconds, when Zero hears this, I'm sure I'll get a message in the chat about it. But again, I hope everybody's doing okay. Again, I know pretty much from down to like Virginia all the way up through Maine, and I think even into Canada, there is going to be some pretty severe weather tonight. So, you know, buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be a long haul. I hope everybody stays safe and warm and keeps power, especially me, because, again, I will be forced to eat nothing but sandwiches until the power returns. I could probably make some sauce and make some pasta tonight, just in case. But I don't know, like, cold pasta doesn't have the same appeal as like cold pizza, at least for me. It's gonna be major, man. The Boston area is supposed to get like 2 feet or more of snow, blizzard conditions, which, as far as I'm aware, and anyone who's more of a meteorology nerd than myself can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that just means a shit ton of snow and a shit ton of wind, which, you know, I could see where that leads to a lack of power. But, yeah, we were going to go to some open houses tomorrow, and those have been canceled or moved to today, at least again in the one case that we went to tonight, or the other ones are on Sunday. And hopefully the roads will be in good enough condition. No trees broken down. Again, no power line issues. Hopefully those plans get to stay in place. Here we go. Is this only the second round I've done? I have the memory of a goldfish. If it makes it to long-term memory, it's fine, but like, you know, it's got to make it there first. And, yeah, so I think this is the second round. Let's go for 2 straight wins. See if we can't do that. With whatever this weird like, costume issue is. Well, alright, Dingus. Oh, alright, Dingus. Yeah, that's what I would have done. It cut me off. Don't like my options terribly overmuch. But this is fine. Well, this is a problem. You all, every one of you wanted to kill each other, that'd be great. No. Not even particularly close. Oh well. It's fine. Ooh. Wow, that guy screwed it up. Well, thrilling conclusion. Oops. It's fine. I'm sure we won in spirit. I'm sure that crashing noise in the background, I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure I don't need to go investigate that. Come on, move forward. There we go. Oh. So I believe we're in an extreme round. Hello, physics. That's only really a problem here at the end, because these things suck. Yeah. Yeah, those things suck. Yeah. Yeah. Well, on to the next one. Can't be bothered. And in fact, I am out of stuff to drink. So give me about, you know, a minute, and I will be right back. And we're back. We have another Blackberry Canada Dry on the rocks. Let's get a little ASMR. Lovely, lovely. And I fully realize I could have done that off camera away from the mic. Nah, it's more fun this way. You know, just that quality promise. Oh. Hope everybody's doing all right tonight. I know at least a couple of people are stuck at work or, God forbid, are traveling this weekend, making that a decision. And apparently someone at my wife's work saw this was happening and decided, yeah, I want to go to Cape Cod to see it snow on or near the ocean. Which is a decision to travel with, like, somewhere in the realm of a foot to 2 feet of snow going to fall in the next couple days. So I'm assuming that they're planning on working remote on Monday. Because I think we're supposed to apparently get snow until, like, 1 a.m. Not tomorrow, but, like, you know, tomorrow plus an hour. So, yeah, it's gonna be cold. It's like Groundhog Day. What's the line? It's like, it's cold out there. Oh, it's cold out there every day. What do you think this is, Altoona? Because I guess Punxsutawney and Altoona don't get along because, you know, they're both towns in the middle of Pennsylvania. Got nothing better to do than pick on each other for stupid shit, which I can respect. Obviously, as someone who streams video games for a living. Oh god, that's the dream right there. I'm sorry, that's not even close to true. As someone who streams video games for fun, that still seems totally like a thing. Oh, we almost had it. Well, we screwed that guy at least. Based on the fact that this says that 60 people could qualify, I'm guessing this is the extreme round. Because I feel like that doesn't usually happen. There are no death messages, but the number is going down. How strange. I, honest to God, don't know what to make of that. Well, okay, I'm like, what are you doing going backwards here? Ooh, just watch that guy die. I think. Again, I'm confused by the 54 people can make it. Yeah, this is strange to watch. I don't know. I guess we'll find out next round. It's like 43 people is like a number that could conceivably make it. Yeah, I bet it smells like pepperoni or, well, not pepperoni, but sausage and bacon. My dog was very interested in the smell coming from that side of my desk. Little does she know, we're running low on her dog treats, which we get those like kind of like jerky sticks, like snack sticks. And, you know, we just, like, break them in half or break off a piece to give to the dog. And, so we're running out of those. The options that I had to pick from the grocery store today were weird. There's, like, I don't think they called it, like, natural beef flavor, but, like the default beef flavor. Then there's like a steak flavor, which is again in some way different from the beef flavor. And then there was what I ended up getting. Here's what I ended up getting for the dog, which was prime rib flavor. Because I'm like, if I were a dog of these options, I would get prime rib. I don't know in what way any of those are different, but yeah, she doesn't know that she's got it good. She's like, what about this people food? This seems pretty cool. Dude, there are gonna be like 5 people that make it through this. That's crazy. I mean, it's gonna be like, what? 8? Unless this guy screws it up. I think it's gonna be 8. No, 7. That's crazy, man. I can't believe I screwed it up. But, you know, it happens to the best of us. And also whatever I am. But we will get into the next one. It's okay, I've already gotten a win for tonight, so, you know, it's going alright. I need to turn up the threshold for this mic. It is too damn sensitive. It's crazy. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, you could just turn down the crispity crunch on your pizza by getting a normal crust. Listen, not happening. So to make sure I have the smallest possible audience for the story / related threads that I'm about to pull at, there's a game that I believe is recently hit early access called Mon Bezo. It is a basically janky rural Quebec simulator where the goal is ostensibly to soup up like a car, like some shit beater car, by earning money either like delivering pizzas or chopping firewood, or you can sell maple syrup. It looks like a lot of fun. I might end up getting it to stream or just mess around in. I was gonna refer to it as basically a Letterkenny simulator, but there needs to be more there's no fist fighting mechanic, and I feel like anything resembling a Letterkenny sim essentially needs that in order to function and be a true reflection of the show. I don't know how many Letterkenny fans are currently watching. Hopefully a lot. Because it's a great, great show. Jared Kielso, I think? Or oh, now I feel bad because I'm getting his name wrong. Letterkenny Jared Kiso. I was right. Jared Kiso and like all the writers for that show are fantastic, amazing people. It's basically a very similar show to Trailer Park Boys. So if you like that show, you're gonna love this. It's just a small town in Canada. You got your ags or your farmers. You got your skids who are your druggies. You got the hockey players. Couldn't forget them. Who are exactly what they sound like. And you got your natives, the folks on the reservation there. Great show. Hilarious. You've got Glenn the pastor, who is one of the most insane characters in the show. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand him as a person. He just sort of exists. Oh man, that's a lot of people dead. I guess we are on the super serious mode. So, don't fall off. But, do go watch Letterkenny. But I am up for some some show recommendations if anybody has any good ones. I started watching What We Do in the Shadows over the holidays. That seems like a pretty good one. I'm excited to continue watching that at some point. I started watching a show that is very up my alley called Maine Cabin Masters. It's basically like one of those HGTV Reno shows. But specifically for, like, camping cabins in Maine, which is great. Like, full stop, that's awesome. Love it. I would absolutely love to own a cabin one day. If I am so blessed to have enough money to be able to afford that shit, because, I mean, again, real estate in general is crazy right now. I have no idea how much one would spend on a cabin and varying degrees of land in Maine. Seems cheaper in Maine than other places, potentially. But, you know, I'm sure that there's still, like a bunch of these are, like, lakefront. It's like, that would be so awesome. Again, no idea how I could make enough money to afford that. You know, hey, if I make it big on streaming, I will pay money to have a cabin somewhere. That would be, again, just lovely. Go up there in the summers. They all speak with this, I guess it must be a Maine accent, but it sounds still, like, adjacent to Boston, like you'd say Bar Harbor or something like that. It's like, oh yeah, we're doing a reno up here. It's like you're dropping a lot of R's. It's fine, but like again, new to the Boston area. Sounds a lot like Boston. I'm sure the Maine folk wouldn't take kindly to that. But no, it's a great show. Would love to own like any of those cabins. There's one guy who's like, yeah, this cabin was made, but like we lived here when I was a kid. It has no electricity, and I would like to keep it that way. So don't you put any electricity in here. Like, he's like, I want to stay off the grid. I was like, dude, do you not want like solar panels even? Like, I get that you like want to stay off grid. That's fine, but like, you could have some power. I guess I don't know what you do with it other than like light your house at night. Because if you're off grid, you're probably not that concerned with like a cell phone working. But like, yeah, I don't know, man. That's a bit much, at least for me. But you know, mad respect to anyone who feels that that's a lifestyle they can live. Might have been the guy where it's like, yeah, we have like, no, there was like one set of folks where it's like, we have like 100 acres and we just want like our hunting cabin to be like in a better state of repair. It's like, oh, I cannot imagine having 100 acres. That seems radical. Like, I don't hunt, but I would like to just disappear from the face of the earth sometimes. As I'm sure most people do, to some degree. They're like, man, you could get lost in 100 acres. But, yeah, looking for... That's a fun one. Looking for show wrecks if anybody has any good ones. Definitely don't need to be in the vein of the various things that I've been talking about. But it would help, you know? Like, I'm afraid of what will happen when I run out of main cabin masters. Is like, I don't care for, like, the stereotypical, like, HGTV families. Like, we want granite countertops and stainless steel appliances, and if it's painted the wrong color, we can't fix it. It's unbearable. This pain that you've caused us by showing us a blue house or some shit like that. Like, most of these people are just happy to get what they've got. There was one dude who served in, like, I want to say it was, like, I guess it would have been the Maine state legislature. And, they got him, like, there was, like, I don't know if it was, like, a raffle or, like, what exactly the mechanics of this were, but they got this guy a piece from the old state capitol, which just seems wild to me. It's like, that's radical. No! Well, we tried. We put in a good effort, but it just wasn't enough. But yeah, no, they took a piece from the old Maine Capitol building, I guess, or legislature building. It was like a sheet of copper, which I'm not a roofer, but that seems excessive to use for the roof. I don't know, maybe it was like flashing or something, but they got this guy a piece from the old legislature building, and he was like, this is so cool. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty cool. They made it into, like, because it was like a dome piece, kind of. They made it into, like, the wings behind this, like, carved bald eagle head, which was pretty cool. Not gonna lie, like, you know, especially for, like, a cabin aesthetic, like, yeah, okay, alright. Copper wing, bald eagle thing. Yeah, that's a vibe. And, you know, you worked in the legislature. Cool. That you get to have a piece of that now. But you know, they do a lot of like those little touch type things. This seems bad. No idea if we get respawns on this one. Based on the fact that nobody's like being super grabby and annoying, I'm gonna say it's probably we get respawns. Feels like the extreme game mode just brings out, you know, the worst in people. In terms of trolling and grabbing and trying to throw people off into the void. You know, I get it on some level. Oh look, we just saw a guy respawn. That answers our questions. I got a question, not in the chat technically speaking, but it does answer some questions I had. I am eating pizza from a Domino's. I guess they could sponsor me if they wanted, but I would be much less accepting of a Domino's sponsorship over Canada Dry. Not that beggars should be choosers, I have been told. But, you know, Domino's, if you're interested, you know, get in touch with my agent that I don't have. But yeah, it's a, not sure, my wife ordered it for me, so I don't necessarily know what the first meat is, but the second one is definitely bacon. The first meat is either like meatballs or like, you know, one of those types, like meatballs or sausage or something like that, some sort of ground meat product that I'm not going to look too hard at. Well, that looks bad over there. Let's avoid that. I've noticed that 4 of the 5 people on our team who have not gotten the curse are on this platform, which I can't say I recommend. As a, well, here we are. Hey, we won! So that works. Oh no, a house was sold. So we have Redfin accounts, mostly because it makes things easier for like showing each other houses and that sort of thing. But because I have a save. Oh, I've been disconnected from the server. Wonderful. Are you gonna do this to me again if I start? Okay. It's decided to work now. But no, we have a Redfin account. But because I have saved searches, it just keeps giving me notifications. And I could turn off some of the notifications, which I have done. But it has not seemed to cut down on the number of notifications that I get. And if because it's like a specific search where it's like, if it meets all of these criteria that I would like in a house. You know, let me know if that appears. I thought I had tuned everything appropriately. Maybe I haven't, because I'm getting stuff like, this could be construed as something I would like, but it's like, not. Like, some of them are hits. Sure. But, I don't know. Maybe I just need a better way of tuning the search for what I would like. You know? I'm sure it's a me problem. I'm sure it's not a Redfin problem. Oh. I also made a horrible tactical error in working out a little bit, like, I don't think it was yesterday, I think it was the day before, but because I'm apparently an old man, my arms still hurt. So shoveling tomorrow is going to be just hell. It's gonna be almost like 2 feet of snow. Like, I'm gonna do it in like multiple batches, because I'm not shoveling 2 feet of snow on Sunday. That's not going to happen. But my God, my arms are going to cry out in defiance and frustration of why I've done this to them. But I'm sure it'll go fine. Our neighbors have a snowblower. I'm kind of hoping that they're just gonna do that a couple times throughout the day. Like, hey man, do you want to, like, you know, just want to come on over? Like, I'll get you a six or a beer or like whatever, whenever that you know. Oh God. You know, whenever this is done and I can make it to a liquor store. But, no, I'm excited. I am on some level excited. I just went and got, something more suited to snow work today as far as footwear. Like, I have some sets of work boots, but, they're not really meant for, you know, snow, particularly 24 inches of snow. So that was going to be just a tremendous pain in the ass. But I got some nice, like, rubber boots from a Cabela's in the area. Was looking for some work boots. They didn't have the specific ones that I want. Because a perk of working in the job that I do, we need work boots, and they're not going to like go buy boots for you. So they have some amount that that they will reimburse you for work boots. Me, being an enterprising young individual, said, so what that means is I'm going to get some nice work boots that are comfortable and will protect my foot, that are really expensive, and pay way less money for it of my own. There's a guy on YouTube that I follow, Project Farm. If you are into like our redneck engineering and like that sort of subreddit and like that sort of engineering, this guy is the guy for you, because he just tests everything. His response to any claim of marketing is, yeah, we're gonna test that. Like, oh, you provide 70% more power than, you know, the next leading competitor. Yeah, let's see if that's the case. Well, we might qualify first here. We did. So he did one on boots. A lot of fun to watch. He like put nails into the soles, like tried to crush the steel toe or composite toe, depending on the boot. And he goes from across the spectrum. So I think for his control for that one, he used like a croc, like, you know, the plastic, like waterproof shoe that's like, you know, a glorified sandal. Like, that was his baseline. So, you know, like $20. Like, it was probably like a Walmart brand croc or something. And it went up to, I think the nicest ones, if they weren't like Irish Setter, it was either Irish Setter or Keens. Because Keens are definitely up there, and then there might have been like one more that was super expensive. But I mean, he did the testing. Is like, if you got the money, go for the Keens. It's like $200 for a pair of work boots, but he's like, the steel toe doesn't crush, the sole doesn't puncture. Like, it's very comfortable, which admittedly is, you know, a very subjective measure of anything. Like, you know what? We're gonna get some Keens boots. It definitely helped that those Keens boots, he specifically got like the high ankle one that like starts approaching like a cowboy boot level. Like, it wasn't going up to like high calf, but like, you know, it was a solid like mid calf boot. I'm like, you know, this is the style that I have tried to you know, cultivate in my 20 some odd years on Earth. Let's get a Keens cowboy boot with the sweet company reimbursement money for these work boots. So yeah, the Cabela's didn't have any. When I looked like months ago, they had some of that specific boot type, but I guess they sold out or don't stock them anymore. Supply chain issues. But we have Amazon Prime, so I might try. Apparently they have something called like Prime to Fit or something, where you get to try it out, and if it fits, you keep them. If it don't, send them back. Because I don't know about you guys, but I got weird feet. Mine are like super wide, and I'm not showing them to you because this is the internet and that shit doesn't go away. But I have weird flat feet, flat and wide. And so, it can be difficult. I did not wear many Skechers as a kid. And like Nike, they make for very narrow feet. But I did try on some Keens just to get an idea. They seem pretty comfortable, gotta say. I'm looking forward to trying those out. Because the last place I worked, they did like supply shoes. Like they had like a shoe truck come, and you would, you know, you fill out a form, You go get your shoes. It was a whole to-do. It came like, the shoe truck came like once a month. And every fucking shoe, really uncomfortable. There was one shoe that was like bearable, and that one lasted the least amount of time. As is the way of things. It's like, you can have a comfortable shoe. It will not last more than like maybe 5 months, depending on how much you use it for your work. So there's that. But yeah, no, I'm very excited to have, I don't want to say for the first time in my life, because I haven't needed a lot of work shoes. But, you know, for the first time in my life, to have some really comfortable work shoes that I don't dread putting on. Because my feet will hurt for, you know, a few hours after that. So that'll be nice. I feel like shoes are one of those things, kind of like beds, where it's like, you know, maybe it's a good idea to splurge on those. Because, you know, depending on how much time you're going to be spending in them, you're kind of going to want to do that. Because otherwise, like, you're going to screw up your feet. Or, you know, like, your feet are just going to hurt a bunch. Nobody really likes that. Hey, there we go. That's win number 2. I was starting to get worried there, but we managed to pull it out. So I will take that for sure. Keens, if you want to sponsor me, you know, just throwing it out there. If anybody's in touch with the tastemakers and trendsetters at Keens, you make a damn fine shoe. I am, you know, I won't sell my soul to just anybody, but, like, you make good shoes. Oh, man. We are a Canada Dry and Keen stream. Oh, God, no Seagrams. You know, and you know what? I don't want to hate on Seagrams. Like, it's a fine ginger ale. Again, their whiskey tastes like just awful. But their ginger ale is fine. I tried Werner's ginger ale. Somebody I knew recommended them. I don't care for Werner's ginger ale. It's not good. I like that one. Not good. That's a limb I feel safe about stepping onto. A little rough. Also, realize you guys can't see it because it's behind the latest follower notification, but we are in Extreme Fall Guys, is what's happening now. Realized that, you know, I could, in fact... what's the word I'm looking for? Look at the other screen to see during the load what we're actually playing. This is going to be awful, and I don't know if I'm going to make it through. I will do my best. But, you know, there are several points of failure here where it could just all go wrong. It could all go wrong. This loads poorly. Don't you push me off. Alright, that was the first point of failure. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is also a point of failure. There we go. Okay, those were the two that I was arguably the most worried about. There we go. We're gonna go this way. You dumb bastards. Alright. button. Keep it going. Alright, could risk it for a non-existent biscuit, but you know what? This ain't the biscuit round. This is more of like an, I don't know what, like a breakfast hors d'oeuvre would be. But it's more like that. You ain't quite at the biscuits and gravy yet, which is arguably the best breakfast. A lot of food talk tonight and always, but this is just the content that you're tuning in for. You know, food is my love language. It's the best love language. Oh, God. And, you know, that's all that you really need to know about me. Oh, God. That, you know, wanting a cabin out in the middle of East Jesus nowhere. You know, those are both very important things. Definitely as I've gotten older, wanted to move to a place where, like, I have more space between me and neighbors. College and, like, close, like, almost, like, just this side of not urban living, have driven that instinct and need into me. Which, you know, is fine. Certainly helps in to be in, like, my line of work, where you can get jobs that aren't necessarily at, like, you know, downtown. I don't think I've worked in downtowns before. I don't know that that's I don't know if that's something I will look to replicate in the future so much. I'm pretty happy the way things are, damn it. Which is a good way to be. Is that thing... Is this thing getting held up by the low gravity? It is! It's going higher because of the low gravity. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I thought that timing looked weird. That explains it. Neat. Well, you learn something new every day. Sometimes it's useful, and other times it's this specific thing about Fall Guys. That guy's gonna die. Oh, wow. You didn't die. Look at you. Proud of you. Whatever the hell your name was. Let's see if we can find him. Online Kale 213. Proud of you, Kale. Or whatever, like Callie maybe, but like that's not how that's. I don't know. Anyway, proud of them. They did well to not die. That's all that we can really hope for, you know. You know, in the game and in real life. Seesaw X. You know, if I paid like any attention to any of the loading screens, I would probably know what, like, which round I was in, like normal versus the extreme. I don't know. I guess I'm stupid. Which is like fine. It's a fine way to be. Again, memory of a goldfish and all that. Hopefully there are few enough people that this won't be an absolutely miserable experience. But, you never know. It could always just be a miserable experience instead. Which is exciting. Oh, shit. Yeah, that was a fine thing to risk. It was fine. It was always going to be fine. This is, you know, this is okay. Yeah, thank you for grabbing that other guy. Oh. Oh no, Kale, or whatever, that we were proud of. You're gone. Wait, we did all that to eliminate 2 people? What? I mean, I guess that's fine. That seems like a lot of effort. We could have just, whatever. We're here now, and that's all that matters. We made it. We were one of the lucky few, the chosen few. Another round, not a final. I hear ya. I see what you're putting down. The other thing that probably didn't help my arms, coming back to that, you know, this is what we call a callback. Oh god, nope, live, you bastard. The other thing that probably did not help my arms was that, you know, pride you have in trying to get all of your groceries in like one go. Yeah, that was me today. Carried a lot of weight in my right arm. I don't know that that was the best idea, but a lot of groceries made it in one go. Well, that was risky. Well, that didn't feel good. Oh, you were waiting to live. Oh, we only have 8 people. Lovely. Alright, let's see if we can do any better with this. Came close last time. Ooh, and I do like this variant. Where obviously instead of 3 layers all around, it's 3 in the center, and it works its way gradually down to 1. Pretty big fan of that. There's a very rare variant that they may have just taken out of rotation where they put the, like, low gravity on, and it's like, that's a lot of fun. That's, like, very chaotic. Love that. Very, very chaotic person, me. Well, love to see chaos brought into games, whether that's hockey or football. Football chaos is a lot of fun. Fall Guys chaos. I like some amount of chaos. Some amount of chaos. There's too much. There's a thing that's too much. But not that. That's not too much. That's a good amount. Is that what is it? Goldilocks zone. That's what they call those. I think that's more. What is that? What is that more of a term for? That's, I think, like habitable planets or Goldilocks planets. Because obviously, life being as difficult to exist as it is, you know, they just call that the Goldilocks zone, where it's not too cold, it's not too hot. Alright. It's alright. That's fine. Alright. I am going to take a quick break here to relocate some things and maybe get a more of an adult beverage. But I will be back probably around like before 9:35. Call it a 5-minute break. Let's see here, and I'll be back soon. Hey, howdy, neighborino. It's me. I'm back in the flesh. I am representing quite well tonight. My roots. And, enjoy yourselves. I'm having some bullet rye with, I believe it's Wegmans apple cider. Man, rye spice goes so well with apple cider. It's a winning combination. Like us and Fall Guys, right? I mean, we've got, what, 2 wins on the night? That's not so bad. I did look. We are playing a normal round because I pay attention to things and notice. I'm a good noticer. Oh, we're on a good line. Let's not screw it up. What do you say? Oh, we screwed it up. We screwed it up and we still finished first. There we go. That's what you love to see. That's why you run a clean line all the way through, so if you screw it up at the end, you have enough time to recover. There we go. Oh, that's good. That is good stuff. And you know, I'm not going to feel real weird about having some of the blackberry. Didn't finish that drink yet. I know. People are like, why are you have 2 drinks? One's the fun drink, you know. The adult just wants to have fun. The other one, you know, I mean, they both taste good, but it's medicinal. It's ginger ale. It's good for you. I don't know if you knew that about ginger ale. Helps, you know, helps everything, man. Got a little tummy ache, a little bit of ginger ale, settle you right down. And really, it's not something that I think a lot of people have tried, but making your own ginger syrup is pretty easy. Honestly, you could probably just mix that into like club soda and basically have like your own ginger ale. Probably won't be as sweet as what you're used to. Even if you do what I believe is called... Oh, hello! Ace135C. Thank you for following. You have joined at just the right time. We're talking about making your own ginger syrup. Which is not in any way related to the gameplay that's happening, but, you know, the gameplay is also happening. But making ginger syrup isn't bad. It's quite good. You basically end up with candied ginger at the end, if that's something that interests you. And again, you have a little something to zhuzh up your alcoholic beverages, your regular beverages. You, again, basically make your own like modulatedly sweet ginger ale at home. Quite tasty. Tastes more of like real ginger than even, you know, lovely Canada Dry does. That was a mistake. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, you could make it in a small batch, but it makes more sense to make a bunch at a time. And so I mean, I'm talking like a pound or 2 of ginger, which, you know, that's pretty, you know, that's several chunks like you'd find at a grocery store. And I don't remember, I think it's, because I follow a basic, it's like a shelf stable simple syrup recipe. Basically, if you make it with too little sugar, it will go bad. I think it's like 2 cups of sugar to 1 cup of water. Like, it is ridiculous. But it's, again, really tasty. You get, like, spicy ginger flavor out of that syrup. It's quite good. And, yeah, you know, it's, goes great in, like, it goes real well in a rye drink. Like, I would do a ginger apple. If I had some ginger syrup, which I might downstairs, I would add that to this drink. That'd be quite good. Like I said, it's not hard to make. It's annoying. You have to, I think, technically, like, skin a pound of ginger, which, if you've never skinned ginger, it's kind of a tedious job. It's a lot like peeling carrots, except the carrot is knobby everywhere. I mean, you don't have to do, like, a perfect job, but that makes it easier. And then you cut it up into, like, smaller pieces. And you basically just boil it in that like 2-to-1 sugar to water ratio for, you know, I forget how long. It's not that long. Really, the tedious, annoying part is the skinning of all the ginger. But again, it's a lovely end product. We like ginger, and we like ginger ale on this stream, Ace. This round I struggle so much with because I'm just standing here. My inclination is to just look over to the chat and, like, talk more directly to the camera. But the moment that I do that for longer than, you know, like a second or two, one of these stars or that controller or, you know, something is just going to come out of that cannon and just brain me and send me to my death. Which, you know, is content from a certain point of view. I prefer the content where I live and I win and I show competence. But, you know, again, that's, you know, another way to go about it. There we go. Oh, we're already done? Okay, cool. That's neat. It's quick. Got no problem moving on from that. Down to 17. Technically could be a final. Just saying. Wouldn't mind, like, a 17-person hexagon. Maximum chaos. Wouldn't necessarily go well for me, but it'd be fun. This is another one of those 5th season rounds that I really enjoy. The object is to stay in the score zone, or whatever they call it. It's that golden box looking thing. Texture zone thing. Technical word for it. And, you know, this one is another one where it's like, yeah, this is a lot of just chaos. Okay. All right. Off to a grand rollicking start. Oh. Well. Stand up. Stand up or just don't. That's fine. This is going all sorts of sideways, folks. It's... Oh, God. Oh, I don't... Oh, this isn't... Why do I keep doing that? Stop doing that. What are you doing? Work. Just work. feels so bad. Oh, God. Well, I can't remember the last time I went out on that round. That was abysmal. A terrible performance. One that we will rectify with this upcoming round, I'm sure of it. I mean, it's hard for it to go more sideways than that, but, you know, it could. Delicious. Well, I appear to have left something downstairs. It's fine. We're in main show. I can see it. You can't. Don't worry about it. I suppose, technically speaking, I could do this. Yeah, see? And there, you can see right up there that that's main show. But, yeah, for the most part, I prefer to just leave it on the other screen. But this also gives me the chance to show off the sick character that we have for the channel logo. But back to the game. I wonder about the logistics, because I am not that intimately familiar with copyright law and like that sort of thing. Could you just read a book on Twitch? Like, just do basically like a book on tape, like you're just reading a book out loud. Like, I would imagine that anything written, you know, that hasn't hit public domain yet, you might get in trouble for, but like, technically speaking, I guess there's no reason that you couldn't just, like, read Sherlock Holmes. Or, you know, like, what, you know, whatever. The original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, if you had, like, that as a thing. I'm not saying that that would be, like, the best idea, per se. But it'd be, like, mildly interesting content. You know, great way to expose people to literature from people who are dead, at the very least, I guess. Because, pretty sure that we haven't hit that point in copyright law and/or medical science where someone could be alive who wrote something that's no longer in, or that's in public domain, unless they, like, gave up the rights. Again, not super intimately familiar with copyright or, like, trademarks or whatever that would fall under. But just curious. Just seems like an interesting question to beg to someone at Twitch, I guess. I don't know. Either that's really good cider and, I mean, I know it's good rye. Maybe, like, either this is a fantastically mixed drink and, like, all those spices work together well with the apple cider, or it's really good apple cider and all of the whiskey fell to the bottom, which would be acceptable. It just means that I'm going to have a real fun time whenever I finish this drink. We will see. We will see. I will be able to tell by the burning. I wonder if Zero's started getting snow yet. He said that it's due in about an hour. when he was last on. So, yeah, I think he's been gone for about an hour. Hard to keep track of time. It's a flat circle and all that. But again, for anybody in the basically entire Northeast of the United States, I hope you all are staying safe, warm, you know, whether through heat or artificial means. And I hope that your power doesn't go out, because that's going to suck in this cold. Again, I think for a large part of eastern Massachusetts, probably Rhode Island, and I would even guess the southern portions of like New Hampshire and Maine, we have a blizzard warning or watch. Whichever one is more severe, I don't really remember. Basically, the conditions are such that, you know, a blizzard can form, which from my very novice level meteorological understanding simply means it's going to be windy and it's going to be snowy at the same time, which is all around a great time for power to go out, with the wind blowing down trees and lines and snow weighing them down, which can make it easier as well. So, hope everybody's staying safe. I hope this sensation of sneezing goes away one way or another. Update it, work itself out. I think I hit the mute button in time. If I did not, I'm sure that very annoyed people in about 30 seconds will let me know. But yes, again, I hope everybody stays safe and warm for this Snowmageddon, or whatever the hell we're calling this one. And also, I hope if anybody's playing Fall Guys, that I beat you. I'm sure you're nice and all, but really, I deserve this. I put in the time, I put in the effort. I learned the game. While you were busy studying more useful things, I was here. I was in the Blunderdome. But no, if you're playing Fall Guys against me, Godspeed, Spider-Man. Like, I hope the best for you. If we both make it to the final, it will surely be something epic, and I hope you tell me that, you know, one of us was successful. Hopefully me, but, you know, if it was you, it'd be cool to know somebody was watching that beat me. I'll be annoyed about it, but it'd be neat to know. And I'm sorry if this particular game is some kind of unwatchable. I would believe that I would certainly believe that. I struggle to watch some people play this game. It's just a little strange. It's one of those where, like, if I'm controlling the camera and it looks kind of like crap, just let me get it and I can leave. Fight it out amongst yourselves. The way I play this game is kind of weird. I think I do the same thing in, like, Rocket League, where I'm used to watching it a certain way when I'm playing, where I'm not necessarily looking at how the whole screen looks. So, like, if I'm, like, wagging the camera all around, I'm looking at everything but myself, whereas if you're just staring at my character, it's probably somewhat disconcerting for the camera to be zip-zop-zooping around all the different angles. I get it. I'm sorry if you have motion sickness. I get the same thing, especially in, like, first-person games. And some first-person VR stuff can be quite heady, let's say. It can be quite a time. Hopefully I'm not whipping the camera around too much for you, and hopefully I'm delivering a quality of gameplay that makes you happy and just wants to keep watching, right? And hopefully is enjoyable, if nothing else. Even if you never want to watch me again, I hope you enjoy the time you spend here. Because that really, at the end of the day, is what this is all about, is enjoying playing video games, sharing that with other people. And so thank you for being here with me. No, I didn't make the drink that strong. I'm not getting all sappy, but realistically, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for enjoying, hopefully, the games that I'm enjoying. I am, even if I sound angry and annoyed when I go out for no reason other than my own brutal incompetence, you know, I am enjoying this. It's a lot of fun. It's just hard to be me sometimes, you know? You know that feeling? Where it's hard to be you? It's just one of those. I don't even know, man. Like, I love this one. This one is one of my favorite rounds. But this is going so poorly tonight. It's crazy, dude. Please. 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 I've been so good. I deserve this. I deserve this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the noises, but oh, my heart. My heart. Man, let's just get into another one. I got nothing. I got nothing for that round. Oh man. That's like one of my favorite rounds. I'm usually quite good at that, but tonight I am just not in any way. That is nuts. We are playing Extreme Fall Guys. I half say for myself and half to let you know, so that when I forget and ask you, you will be able to tell me. Because we have that rapport, you and I. I trust that you can tell me things and I can tell you things. And, you know, that's just what I hope for, you know, in a relationship. Be honest with each other. I guess that this probably doesn't make it sound like all the whiskey fell to the bottom of that drink, huh? We will see. Still, you know, working my way through. We'll get there eventually. That round hurt, man. I felt like I had some juice going on that one. That was good. Up until, you know, that round that just ain't working tonight. Yeah, I'm not seeing the code. I need Lawrence Fishburne to, you know, just help. Just remind me of who I am. We're playing Extreme Fall Guys, so I'm not going to go up there. It's a good time to remember that. Specifically. It's a great time to remember that. I am watching a lot of people die on that ticker there on the side. We're going to be down to like 20 or 30 people, maybe? Probably 30. Call it 30. Oh, that guy just left. Okay. We're down to 36. Doesn't feel right. Where are all these people dying? Is kind of my question. I mean, this feels bad. I feel like this person is having a time. You can clap right now, but like you gotta make it still, man. Like, you seeing this? Oh man, that's fantastic. I can't go through that particular variant right there. It's like, it's too fast for me. I struggle mightily with it. I would never do it on this. And I watch them just get batted around like, you know, like cats, like that thing you dangle at the end of the stick for the cat. God damn, if they didn't just make that look simple as all get out. Huh. Well, then. 28. Just under 30. Look at that. Huh. Well, speaking of things being difficult, so my wife and I have been playing some Minecraft lately as part of our date nights. Yes, we are that sort of person. And we've been playing modded Minecraft, which, you know, mods make any game different substantially, and so we're playing one called Sky Factory 4, where you start from a single tree and a block of dirt in the sky, and you build your entire world from there. And you know, there's some other stuff that goes along with that. There's some like other, I don't know if the appropriate word is like realms or just worlds, but like, you know, you hop in a portal and you can go to other places than just like, you know, normal overworld Minecraft. And so, you know, some of the mods, again, like I would say significantly changed the game, for sure. But they do so in such a way where, beyond like food and water, you now have to, like, if you want to get better stuff and make more stuff, you have to, like, you can like automate production of materials. You can, and in part of doing that is you have to make power, and you have, generally speaking, have to have a place to store everything that you make. And she's been playing a lot, like, you know, in her spare time. She's sitting next to me, not that she is right now, but if she were, she would probably be playing Minecraft. And so, you know, I left it at a certain point the last time I had played, and it's like, okay, you know, I had made like a power generator that basically took a product from all the automated generated stuff that we didn't care about. It's like, this is an elegant solution where we just pull the crap that we don't want and turn it into free power. And I like upgraded the thing so it produced a shit ton of power. And she got to the point where she like made storage and everything, and she's like, hey, I'm gonna do this certain way of doing like storage, and like you can craft stuff in that game. Obviously, for those of you unfamiliar with Minecraft, you can craft things in it. And she made like this one system to do all that, and it works fine. But she's struggling with power generation. She's like, well, yeah, I have like this one thing to do, like some power stuff, and I'm like, you know, I made a thing for that already. She's like, no, what? Like, yeah, go down like instead of going down one level, because, you know, for the most part, everything's on, like, one level. It's like, instead of going down to our basement, go to the sub-basement. I put it down there. She's like, okay. So I asked her, like, a day later. I'm like, so how did that go? She's like, yeah, we don't have a power problem anymore. Good. Good. I'm glad to hear how I solved that issue for you. And, whoa, that doesn't ever feel good. So I finally played again, like, last night, and I was trying everything out. I'm like, okay, what can I do to help, like, since you've done all this stuff? I'm like, I don't really know where we're at. She's like, well, you know, we kind of need, like, more storage for stuff. I'm like, it'd be good to, like, have some of this, like, auto crafting stuff where, you know, we kind of can collapse some stuff so that it doesn't use the storage. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can try to do that. I try setting that up, and I have to set up, like, 3 systems to do that. Because, like, I need some materials to set that up. I was like, well, we don't have enough of any of those materials. It's just like, okay, well, I have to set up a pipeline to get all of those materials. So I do that. That takes a while. I'm like, okay, I've done that. Try setting up the system to do what I wanted to do. Won't do it, man. I spent like an hour trying to push rope. It didn't work. And I hear her talking in another room, and I really hope she's not telling me something about Minecraft, like that I was the one doing it wrong. It's like, no, the system didn't do what I wanted to do. I'm like, okay, well, let me try this other system that I'm slightly more familiar with that they tweaked. So we played, like, the last iteration of this mod pack. I'm like, I at least have some familiarity with that. Let's try to set that up. What the hell is this material? I don't know what this material is. Where do we get it? We can't get it here. We have to go adventuring to get it. It's like, all right, now I'll go adventuring. But man, I really would like to have a jetpack to do that, because, you know, the world is essentially a void that I can fall and die at any time. So, you know, the power of flight would be just great to not die if I, like, accidentally walk off a ledge. How do I do that? Oh, that'll also take, like, an hour to set up? Lovely. So, I make a jetpack after another, like, hour. I go on my adventure to get the material to make the other system that I was hoping to get working. And, yeah. Then we stopped playing for the night because my head hurt from trying to understand systems that a human mind has really no business understanding. I'm looking forward to playing again because I think I got it to the point where I will actually be able to do things without, like, another hour spent trying to set up the ability to do things, which will be nice. But she also does not like listening to me, like, struggle through problems. Because, you know that sound I made earlier tonight where it was just, like, groaning in pain and agony? It was a lot of that noise. Of like, I'm smart enough to make this work, but this also sucks. But it did eventually work again. I have some faith that will happen. You get the hell away from me, dinosaur. I am... Well, that shouldn't be allowed. Huh. Well, the best thing we can do to spite this guy is stay in long enough to tie. So, Hope y'all like watching this gameplay for the next several minutes. I will go on the record as saying that I think Fall Guys needs maybe to put a kill box up there, because that just doesn't seem fair. Yeah, alright, well, we tried. We're gonna report that player for cheating? I don't know. Even, like, I don't know. Call it that. We'll call it that. Well, we tried. Not a whole lot to do about that. Would have still lost because there was the person on the other platform anyway. But, that's fine. That's just how it goes, man. It's just how the Blunderdome gets you sometimes. And we're in quickly. As you can tell by the X above in the name right there. We in Extreme Fall Guys. So don't even fall off. If you die in the game, you die for real. That's how extreme it is. I don't know if you know that. I know that I died in the game earlier tonight, and I appear to be still alive. I assure you, I am dead on the inside. Dead on the inside. Just not there anymore. I just don't have it going for me. And you could be too if you played Fall Guys. Oh man. In reality, I love this game. It's such a fun game. It is at times infuriating, but my god, if that doesn't make the highs higher, you know? It's like how a lot of people describe Dark Souls. Like, it hurts so good. You just, you know, you're gonna spend hours in that one boss fight, and you're gonna hate yourself for every time that you try it, where it didn't work. It didn't work. Die inside. Die inside. Alright. Well. Lovely. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, it's like Dark Souls. You spend 5 hours on a boss fight, and you're like, I understand it now. And this game's great. One of the best of all time. You know, it's got the strategic depth that you need, and it's basically as difficult as Battletoads. What more needs to be said about it? It's great. I do, and that makes it sound like I don't like Dark Souls. I don't really like playing Dark Souls a ton. It's way more stressful than this game to me. But it's so much fun. Like, the lore and, like, story bits. Love that. Level design is obviously, like, peak level design for 3D games. For those that don't know how Dark Souls works with its level design, it often is one of those where it's like, if you see that off in the distance, you're probably going there at some point. Which is always, you know, it kind of just feels cool to have that in a video game. And even beyond that, it often comes up with clever, creative ways of having you do that. Where it's like, you know, you're walking around and you're like, oh, there's a locked door. That sucks. I can't go that way. You go through the level, and like an hour or however long later, and you're like, you open a door and you're like, oh my god, I'm back here. I was here an hour ago. That's really cool. Didn't think that's how this, you know, 3-dimensional space worked, but that's really cool. A lot of, like, it's like just that shortcut back to where you were, so that when you have to do that run again when you die, because you will, you know, you have a shortcut. And it's just those sorts of things are just always really impressive to see in level design, and Dark Souls does that so well. Hayao Miyazaki and his team at FromSoft do amazing work. And they make really hard boss fights. They love really goddamn difficult games. But it is also neat for particularly like Dark Souls and those games specifically. It's Western lore and like Western mythology from the perspective of Japanese people. So it has this like kind of Arthurian legend and like even like some kind of like, if not like Greek gods, like, you know, some sort of like old gods like Norse or some sort of pagan gods like those. It has those feelings, and again, it's told in this like kind of fresh perspective. It's, you know, it's not like an English bloke going on about King Arthur and how cool he was. It's like, okay, this is like what, you know, we take, you know, our people take from Western lore and like Western myths, which is just really cool. Again, it's neat to see like, oh, that dude's a badass. Like, just look at him. Or like, you know, the whole premise of the story of Dark Souls, for those who are not familiar, because I know at least one person watching is not familiar. The world started gray and not formless, but essentially equal. Like, there's nothing different, nothing definable. Just gray and again, not formless, but like kind of barren. And then the first flame happened, which was the first like kind of disparity, and it split into 4 Lord Souls is what they're called. And so those went to 4 different badass dudes. And they went to war with the only beings that had existed in that gray, which were the archdragons, who are, you know, again, like dragons like you would conceive of them in like a, you know, an Arthurian English legend, you know, that you would expect a knight to go slay, but giant and made of stone, and just freaking radical, dude. And so they won, ushered in the Age of Flame. And like, that's cool. You have Lord Gwyn, you know, the guy who got the one of the Lord Souls, and you know, the Soul of Flame, or I forget if that's the exact title, but that's basically the important takeaway. Is like, dude does fire. And then shit goes sideways. You know, obviously, you know, there's a natural progression and flow to things. And so the Age of Fire and the Age of Flame starts to wane. And it's supposed to be the Age of the Dark Soul, the Age of Man, is supposed to happen. And Lord Gwyn does some shit to try to prevent that. And that's something that you deal with literally in Dark Souls 1. And that's just so freaking cool. Like, I don't know, everything about what I just said is cool as hell. Like, yeah, there's this undead curse because you refuse to let time flow normally, and for it to become, you know, the Age of Dark. And it's been wild to see, because obviously they've made 3 Dark Souls games, and the last one basically, I don't say put the nail in the coffin, but like, it completed the story of that series. In the first game, the Age of Dark is like the Age of Men and like the Age of Dark is like, yeah, why would we want that? Like, that's bad stuff. Yeah, let's keep this Age of Flame going. And as the series progresses, I feel like you develop this sense of like, Okay, I know we said that before, and I know that some of the people who, like, want it, like, kind of push you to end the Age of Flame are kind of shits. But also, I think they're right. Like, maybe it's wrong that we keep fighting, like, how the world is supposed to work and progress. And so seeing that progression happen across, you know, like 3 games and several DLC packages is really cool to me. Like, I just genuinely think that's a really cool thing. And again, particularly when you kind of bundle all of this in with this, again, almost like Beowulf, like slaying of great beasts and monsters. And, you know, again, this kind of very Arthurian legend of, you know, bringing some form of, like, if not justice, like, you know, order to the land and, like, restoring it to what it, you know, it should be. It's just really cool. It's just so cool to see. And then obviously you have Bloodborne, which is just the Lovecraft version of that, which is so up my alley. Like, it's great. Fear the old blood, like, is such a good saying. Fear the old blood. That, like... Oh, God. Like, the story of that one always seemed wild because, and spoilers if you haven't played Bloodborne yet, if you still intend to do so, the shit in that one kicks off because, like, ages ago, some people were digging and came across, like, this old blood they basically found in a crypt and are like, hey man, what if we drink this shit? And that always seemed like, nah, like, so, like, nah man, we wouldn't do that, right? Like, nah, we're not that stupid, right? Oh man, have I come around on that? Boy, are we not that stupid? That would be nice to feel that way. But yeah, that's how Bloodborne starts. Again, fear the old blood is a great saying. Because again, there's a whole church that sprung up around this blood that began, like, hey man, maybe we should drink this blood. Is like, that's such a fucking stupid idea, dude. Which one of you came up with that brilliant idea? And it turns out it was like all of them. All of them came up with this idea, and like nobody questioned. Well, some people question it, and they were like banished for questioning it. You know how it goes. It's like, yeah, that's some shit that I could see happening. Okay, you got me. But no, that's another fun one. Again, the story on that one is cool to see. Just, I think that Japanese horror is very interesting because it I think an important part of horror is, again, like that fear of the unknown that everybody has to some degree, and it's always interesting to see how that expresses itself different ways in different cultures. And yeah, I just think it's neat, man. Like, it's slightly more psychological, which I enjoy. You know, it's like, the word I would go for is I'm less scared and more unsettled, and I want to be unsettled. That's what I want from my horror. It's why I don't care for gore. It's like, yeah, I don't like looking at it. It's gross. It disgusts me on some level, and that's fine, and some people like that. But I would just prefer to be unsettled. And sometimes you can find that. And it's a lot of fun when you do. I can't remember the last thing I've seen that I considered like to be that kind of satisfyingly unsettling. I can almost certainly assure you it was a Japanese thing. I think you know what it might be? I think it might be the Amigara Fault story. For those of you unfamiliar, there's a famous manga artist named Junji Ito who is famous for... Somebody screwed up. Okay, did we all screw up? Is it all of us? I'll be honest, I don't really know where we're going anymore. I hope somebody wins. That's what I hope for. Because I've kind of lost the thread on this. Is it possible for everybody to lose? Oh no, somebody's found it. Yeah. That's as long as I've seen that one go, and yeah. We all had no idea what was happening. That'll happen. But the Amigara Fault is a short story by a manga artist named Junji Ito. It is unsettling. The long and short of it is it's, again, a short story, so it's not really any spoilers, but it, like, the premise is just there's like an earthquake or something along the fault line, the Amigara Fault, and there is an issue where there are these human-sized holes in the fault that appear, and not like humanoid, like vaguely humanoid shape, like human shape, like a silhouette of a person. Standing with like their arms kind of out a little bit, and people feel compelled to crawl into these holes, like strip down to their skivvies and enter these holes. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to attribute something that it shouldn't be attributed to. Okay, yeah, there we go. There's a very famous panel, of like a dude like hopping into one of these holes, saying, "This is my hole. It was made for me," and just some people feel compelled to do this, and I won't spoil the ending of it, but that's the premise. Is just. Yeah, man, there are these holes. People crawl into them. They don't come out. There you go. It's like, yeah, that's weird. That's unsettling. Yeah, that's weird. It's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I like that. There's something unsettling to... There's always something unsettling to that idea of, like, you know, this is, like, we don't know how the world works fully, with you being human. Like, we just haven't gotten there yet. If we will ever get there, and you know, it's that same idea from like Arthur C. Clarke of like any sufficiently advanced technology is akin to magic and indistinguishable from magic. Yeah, man, don't know how these holes work, but they are holes, and people want to crawl in them. Weird, unsettling. People disappear. Yeah, that's weird. That's unsettling. Again, it's that idea of like. If I were hit with a strange compulsion to crawl into a hole, knowing essentially that was going to be the end for me, that would be weird. Would not be super into that. but that's a cool story. Like that's so much more compelling to me than, you know, the escape prisoner with the hook for a hand and the scraping on the car door, you know, with the two teenagers in the middle of nowhere after the radio saying, oh, we all look out for this guy. Like, so much more compelling. Yes, the other thing is scary in the, like, yeah, if there's an escaped convict, we, you know, hell-bent on just killing random teenagers in cars at Lookout Point or whatever. Yeah, that's scary and not into that either, but it's like a more knowable thing. It's like, I don't know, it's just less weird to me, I guess, and like, I think, for me at least, an important part of any, like, horror as a genre is like some sort of weirdness to it. It is one of the reasons why I like, I wouldn't say that it unsettled me as much, but it's still a great movie and I so highly recommend it, is Malignant on, I believe, HBO Max. For anybody who hasn't watched it, like, go watch that after you watch the stream. It's just such a good movie. It, like, there's just some weirdness about it that's like, you know, you can go, I would say, somewhere between half and most of the way through the movie, feeling like, yeah, this is just a, like, kind of run-of-the-mill horror movie where, like, it, you know, it doesn't have anything, like, super well-defining about it, like, nothing super distinctive. And then the last however long of the movie takes such a weird turn that I'm like, this fucking train has gone off the rails, and I am here for every minute of it. This is amazing. It was such a good movie. Malignant, I think on HBO Max. It's so much fun, that movie. I think it's an HBO original, maybe. Oh god, yeah, that was such a good movie. And again, it's supposed to be like a thriller horror movie, and it is on some levels that, and on other levels, again, it's not like that weird unsettling bit that I hope for. Oh god, it's my death knell for the evening. But you know, it's still just such a fun movie to watch. That is like, you know, I'm not gonna not recommend it. Like, it's just a really good, fun movie to watch. Just all around. 99%, really. Okay, thank God. Alright, I've gotten that particular monkey off my back. I can rest easy now. having no fear because I've made it. I've made it. It's a good round. I would like to thank all the little people watching at home. It's because of you that I could have moments like this, where I make it through this round finally. After, like, what, 2 or 3 attempts of just brutally missing. Just brutal, awful, no good day. Oh, man. Alright. Probably got, what, like 2 more rounds, do you think, for a final? Definitely 1 at least. It can't start with more than 20 for a final. But we will see. Big shots. Alright. I got no problem with this. It's like the minimum chaos version of big shots, which I take some issue with. I still have like a decent shot of going off for this. But you know, I like the chaotic version. whether it's with the axe or with the 5 cannons up front. Like, just, you know, make it. I enjoy that little added bit. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sit here dancing. Just gonna sit here grooving for people. Doing a little bit of a dance there. Oh, we got the, I think this is the jungle. Oh, well, you can just sit here grabbing me. I'm just trying to enjoy myself, man. I'm just sitting here dancing. Oh, God! Dancing, taking a star to the brain. Hey, leave me alone. I'm dancing. I got the dance fever. To all my viewers at home, hello. They have good emotes in this. Definitely could do with a couple more people. Oh, there is something good. Well, I mean, I don't want to make it sound like that, but something else good came out of this evening, other than finally getting some snow boots worth their salt. Figuratively, I guess. At the particular store that we went to, I was able to find natural casings for sausage. The last time I made sausage, I couldn't find any, and had to order them off Amazon, I think, and delay my sausage making by a day to wait for those to show up. I'm not by any means a sausage making expert, but you know, I've made my fair share of sausage. I've made several varieties. Haven't made any of the like cured sausages. Haven't tried any of those yet. Though I think I might whenever we get a house, like, because then I just need like a little bit more room and stuff to really mess with all that. But my personal belief is that natural casings are better. I've tried the collagen casings. I just don't think very highly of them. I'm not making it. No. Oh, dead last, you say? Well, that's disappointing. Alright. Well, it was a nice try. A noble effort. I made it through, you know, that dreaded air show. Whatever they call it. The one that I've been struggling with tonight, that one. But yes, natural casings, I believe, you know, are the way to go. Both are kind of gross to work with. Again, there's a reason they say that old line about knowing how the sausage is made. It's not for everyone. But natural casings can be a little if you don't like dealing with meat, you're not making sausage anyway. But even if you're okay with dealing with meat, the casings can be like a bridge too far for some folks. But I think that they make for a better sausage, personally. And I'm willing to admit that it could just be that I don't know how to properly work with collagen casings. But I don't think so. It's a jungle out there. Do. But yeah, I don't know. But I'm happy. I purchased a package of natural casings. I don't know. Maybe sometime in the next month or two, I'll make some more sausage. I think we have some still. Because I made last time I made sausage, I made a bunch of bratwurst. That I'm pretty pleased with how it came out. But I think I froze a bunch of it. Okay. Okay, dumbass. Yeah, we might have some. That would be good. Couldn't eat that if the freezer Or, you know, if the... Survive. Thank you. Still couldn't eat that if the power went out. Because I didn't cook them before freezing them. But, you know, I have to go check the old chest freezer about that. But yeah, I enjoy making sausage. It's a fun hobby. It's a lot of work. But, you know, if you know what you're doing, make a damn good sauce. Like some people will say that store-bought is fine, and store-bought is fine, but, you know, I've made my own hot Italian sausage, and it's pretty good, man. Like, and again, you can kind of just make it however you like. If you're like, I don't like fennel seeds, don't put fennel seeds. I don't think it'll really be hot Italian sausage without the fennel seeds, but you could do it. You can tailor it however you like. You're like, I like hot Italian sausage, but it's not hot enough, which is something that I think someone like myself would say. Though I don't. I tend to just kind of go by the book on hot Italian sausage. You can do that. You could do whatever you want. I've made lamb sausage pretty good. You need a little bit more fat if you have just like a boneless lamb leg, but ooh, lamb sausage is good. Obviously, you have to like gamier meat like lamb or goat or like stuff like that, but it's pretty good. That's all I'm saying. Party promenade. All right, I was going to say, let's get on with it. Everybody remember, you got to limber up before you shovel tomorrow, especially if you're an idiot like me. If you've been really good to yourself, you bought a snowblower already. I have not. That is another one of those where it's like, yeah, we need like space to put that, so we probably should just wait till we get a house. So, you know, hopefully that'll be coming down the pipe. Whenever we do, you'll probably notice a slight increase in stream quality. As I, believe it or not, am streaming this over Wi-Fi. I know that that's not, what's the word? A good idea. Or something, you know, most people would really want to do. But, you know, desperate times and all that. So, you know, when I have a house of my own, I can drill holes as I see fit to run Ethernet cables if I need to. Stand. So, you know, I'll be on the lookout for that to happen. As we go through this home buying process, I will probably have, you know, some nights where I will not, unfortunately, be able to stream on my regular schedule. For one of a litany of reasons, I'm sure. But I will do my best to keep everybody up to date. For people who don't get notifications, I tend to text those people if I don't feel like I'm annoying them. And again, I think I mentioned it earlier, but in case the new folks are here, I will unfortunately not be participating in the Wednesday stream for next week, which, from my perspective, is Soup Chat Wednesday. That is not to say that I will not have soup updates, because I probably will have soup updates. I may just have to save them for a week. Because we have a prior, well, not prior engagement, but an engagement that we have to attend and go to and do stuff for. And I will not be home to stream. So, plan alternate entertainment for Wednesday night of next week. Why am I striped? I'm sure it's not important. Yep, that is, I should theoretically be okay for Friday of next week. I don't think I have anything going on. But as we all know, things can change when you are married. And also, realistically, it being me, things just happen sometimes, man. Like, I like streaming. I like having a streaming schedule. But yeah, things come up. But again, I will try my best to give some advance notice. And we will see about how that goes. That didn't really fix any of the problems that we have as a society. We are all even. We're all even. No longer even. Well, that didn't really fix a damn thing. We're cracked. We're absolutely insane. They can't touch us. It's 4-4 0. It was 3 teams had 4 tails and green had 0. Oh man, that's bleak. Oh man, that would have been a fun stat line. It's up there with like hoarders where you have like 6 balls in your court and like one of the other teams has 1 and then the other one has 0. It's like, all right, that was a bit excessive, but you fulfilled the brief. If anybody in chat is down along the more mid-Atlantic region, let me know if you have any snow yet. I'm curious. Again, theoretically, we should have started here fairly recently on snow, but I have obviously been at my desk dutifully playing Fall Guys. So I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to see out the window. The blinds are down, and it's, you know, light in this room, dark outside. You know how it goes, so it kind of just looks like, you know, black. I suspect I know what that vibration is. Well, that person just jumped off the edge. That's no good. No. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're fine. Grab. Oh god, that petard of mine. Alright, we're good. We're good. SC is fine. Everything's fine. This one you don't want to stand too close to the front because people will throw you off. Also don't want to stand too close to the back because eventually it becomes a blender. And it looks bad. Oh, only 2 people went off. Look at that. Look at everybody surviving. Oh, that wasn't. Okay, that wasn't the thing I expected to see. Interesting. Very interesting. Once I get out of this round, I will have to investigate further. There's a Yeetus. Love me a Yeetus. Love me two Yeetuses. Yeetai, if you will. Ooh. Hello, I really don't give a shit, sir. I have better things to do. Like get hit up into the air. This is the pro gameplay that the Jedi wouldn't teach you about. Boop. I will say that this is arguably the best round to have a Yeetus on. For those who do not know what a Yeetus is, it's these big fuck-all hammers that I am using to launch myself back and forth because the first minute of this game does not matter in, like, any way. So sad for you. So very sad for you. That was bullshit. That was bullshit. Oh, buddy, I'm sorry. That also felt like bullshit. Alright, yeah. Smooth. Smooth as silk. That one is very stressful at the end. Again, first minute doesn't matter. It's all about ending with a tail. Alright, well, let's see. Tell you what, if we don't win this, I will do one more round. If we win this, I think that's a good place to end it. If I win this, it's probably taking a few minutes. And it has been a long evening. And again, I, have to be prepared, at least mentally, for tomorrow, if not physically. There are a lot of people, though, so I make no promises. Yeah, I'll take the next one. You guys can get that one. Oh, God. Please avoid me. Please do not perceive me. Don't like this, but this is fine. Don't like this, but this is fine. You could just leave me alone. You specifically could just leave me alone. This one definitely, I'm sorry for the camera in advance. The only way to keep track of things is to be looking at the next place. And that is just basically near constant camera rotation eventually. Which can be barfy. I will fully cop to that. I don't want to be where all of you people are. So I won't be. Only one person died and all that, huh? That's disappointing. I would have much rather more people died. Ew, that door needs to get the hell out of my way. I really don't care for that guy. That guy could just be somewhere else. It would be great. Hey, he's dead. I'm alive. I'm alive and I won! Three on the night. There we go. That's what you'll love to see. Oh man, oh man. Well, that, I hope that was as good for you guys as it was for me. Oh man, that got my blood pumping a bit there. Well, as you can see, we end off the night on 733 crowns. That's a pretty good number. Not quite rookie numbers, but they could be higher, I think. I think they could be higher. Still got about 60. 60? Is that right? 60? 60 to go? No. Yes? Yes. Yeah. About 61 to go until we hit the next crown level. But at any rate, we have been fairly successful tonight. We got a new follower again. Thank you, Ace, for the follow. Yeah, all around successful night. I'm pretty happy. Hopefully you are too. Again, I hope everybody stays safe and warm with the incoming weather. And yeah, I'm going to go get ready to shovel 2 feet of snow. So without any further ado, I have been Kingfisher Kenobi for Goblin King Gaming, and I will see you next time.